This is Dr. Kibet from the Center for Open Distance and E-Learning, Machakos University. In this video, I want us to discuss about the general importance of educational psychology. What is educational psychology? Educational psychology is the study of how people learn. That includes teaching methods, instructional processes, and individual differences in learning. We can also say that educational psychology studies and applies theories and concepts from psychology in educational settings, which actually could be schools, which starts from early years education to university education. The goal is to understand how people learn and retain information. The branch includes the learning process of early childhood and adolescence, as well as the social, emotional, and cognitive processes involved in learning in the entire lifespan. So I want us to look at the importance of educational psychology. How do we apply educational psychology in teaching and learning? 1. Psychology helps in dealing with students' individual differences. In a classroom setting, students have very wide variation in abilities in which a teacher has to deal carefully with. The difference in abilities that a teacher has to deal with include the students' abilities, interests, attitudes, growth, and developmental differences. Number 2, it gives knowledge about classroom teaching learning process. A well-developed instructional method is effective in content delivery. These include the classroom climate and teaching competence that is required for effective communication and content presentation. Any teacher has to understand the most appropriate principles of teaching and learning and different approaches for better results. Number 3, effective teaching methods. Methods of teaching depends on the developmental characteristics of the learner. The classroom teaching depends on the competence of the instructor about the interests of students and methods of teaching for the students of different ages. Number 5, mental health, guidance, and measuring learning outcomes. So mental health of both learners and instructors should be considered because they affect the learning outcome. The teacher should be able to detect any mental instability among the appropriate guidance. A stable mental health produces good learning outcomes. Number 6, objectives of education. The teachers have to create the learning conditions to provide knowledge and experience to the students for any change in behaviors. They have to relate teaching to learning by appropriate methods of teaching. Number 7, use audio-visual aids in teaching and co-curricular activities. Topics of presentation can be more interesting by involving more students. This attracts more attentiveness among students. In co-curricular activities, students are able to explore and have personal understandings of their talents. So the knowledge of psychology is necessary to plan the teaching aids effectively. And finally, number 8, democratic administration. School and classroom administration should be impartial and democratic. It should provide freedom of expression to the students to explore the innate power. There should be mutual understanding and discussion during problem-solving process. So those are the importance of educational psychology as we apply it in teaching and learning. That marks the end of this presentation. If you like this video, you can kindly subscribe, you can like, or even share it with your friend. Thank you.